سورة النمل
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful.
طاسين تلك آيات القرآن وكتاب مبين.
Tasin. These are the verses of the Qur'an, and it is a book that makes things clear.
هدى وبشرى للمؤمنين.
A guide to the right path and glad tidings for the believers.
الذين يقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم يوقنون.
Those who perform the prayer and give the charity, and they believe with certainty in the hereafter.
إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة زينا لهم أعمالهم فهم يعمهون.
Verily, those who believe not in the hereafter, we have made their deeds fair seeming to them, so that they wander about blindly.
أولئك الذين لهم سوء العذاب وهم في الآخرة هم الأخسرون.
They are those for whom there will be an evil torment in this world, and in the hereafter, they will be the greatest losers.
وَإِنَّكَ لَتُلَقَّى الْقُرْآنَ مِنْ لَدُنْ حَكِيمٍ عَلِيمٍ.
And verily, you are being taught the Qur'an from one all-wise, all-knowing.
إِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِأَهْلِهِ إِنِّي آنَسْتُ نَارًا سَآتِيكُم منها بخبر أو آتيكم بشهاب قبس لعلكم تصطلون.
Remember when Musa said to his household, Verily, I have seen a fire. I will bring you from there some information, or I will bring you a burning brand that you may warm yourselves.
فلما جاءها نودي أن بورك من في النار ومن حولها وسبحان الله رب العالمين.
But when he came to it, he was called, Blessed is whosoever is in the fire, and whosoever is round about it. And glorified is Allah, the Lord of the mankind, the jinn, and all that exists.
يا موسى إنه أنا الله العزيز الحكيم.
O Musa, verily it is I, Allah, the Almighty, the All-Wise.
وألق عصاك فلما رآها تهتز كأنها جان ولا مدبرا ولم يعقب. يا موسى لا تخف إني لا يخاف لدي المرسلون.
And throw down your stick. But when he saw it moving as if it were a snake, he turned in flight and did not look back. It was said, O Musa, fear not. Verily the messengers fear not in front of me.
إلا من ظلم ثم بدل حسنا بعد سوء فإني غفور رحيم.
Except him who has done wrong and afterwards has changed evil for good. Then surely I am oft forgiving, most merciful.
وأدخل يدك في جيبك تخرج بيضاء غير سوء في 9 آيات إلى فرعون وقومه إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين.
And put your hand into your bosom. It will come forth white without hurt. These are among the 9 signs you will take to Fir'aun and his people. Verily, they are a people who are rebellious.
فلما جاءتهم آياتنا مبصرة قالوا هذا سحر مبين.
But when our proofs and revelations came to them clear to see, they said, this is a manifest magic.
وجحدوا بها واستيقنتها أنفسهم ظلما وعلوا فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المفسدين.
And they denied them wrongfully and arrogantly, though their own selves were convinced thereof. So see what was the end of the evildoers.
وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا دَاوُودَ وَسُلَيْمَانَ عِلْمًا وَقَالَ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي فَضَّلَنَا عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّنْ عِبَادِهِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ.
And indeed we gave knowledge to Dawood and Sulaiman, and they both said, all praise and thanks are Allah's, who has preferred us above many of His believing slaves.
وَوَرِثَ سُلَيْمَانُ دَاوُودَ وَقَالَ يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسُ عُلِّمْنَا مَنطِقَ الطَّيْرِ وَأُوتِينَا مِنْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْفَضْلُ الْمُبِينُ.
And Sulaiman inherited the knowledge of Dawood. He said, O mankind, we have been taught the language of birds, and on us have been bestowed all things. This verily is an evident grace from Allah.
وحشر لسليمان جنوده من الجن والإنس والطير فهم يوزعون.
And there were gathered before Sulaiman his hosts of jinn and men and birds, and they all were set in battle order.
حتى إذا أتوا على واد النمل قالت نملة يا أيها النمل ادخلوا مساكنكم لا يحطمنكم سليمان وجنوده وهم لا يشعرون.
Till when they came to the valley of the ants, one of the ants said, O ants, enter your dwellings, lest Sulaiman and his hosts should crush you while they perceive not.
فتبسم ضاحكا من قولها وقال رب أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأدخلني برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين.
So he smiled, amused at her speech, and said, My Lord, grant me the power and ability that I may be grateful for your favors which you have bestowed on me and on my parents, and that I may do righteous good deeds that will please you, and admit me by your mercy among your righteous slaves.
وتفقد الطير فقال ما لي لا أرى الهدهد أم كان من الغائبين.
He inspected the birds and said, What is the matter that I see not the hoopoe? Or is he among the absentees?
لأعذبنه عذابا شديدا أو لأذبحنه أو ليأتيني بسلطان مبين.
I will surely punish him with a severe torment or slaughter him unless he brings me a clear reason.
فمكث غير بعيد فقال أحطت بما لم تحط به وجئتك من سبأ بنبأ يقين.
But the hoopoe stayed not long. He came up and said, I have grasped the knowledge of a thing which you have not grasped, and I have come to you from Sheba with true news.
إني وجدت امرأة تملكهم وأوتيت من كل شيء ولها عرش عظيم.
I have found a woman ruling over them. She has been given all things that could be possessed by any ruler of the earth, and she has a great throne.
وجدتها وقومها يسجدون للشمس من دون الله وزين لهم الشيطان أعمالهم فصدهم عن السبيل فهم لا يهتدون.
I found her and her people worshipping the sun instead of Allah. And Shaitan has made their deeds fair-seeming to them, and has barred them from Allah's way, so they have no guidance.
ألا يسجدوا لله الذي يخرج الخبأ في السماوات والأرض ويعلم ما تخفون وما تعلنون.
Do they not prostrate themselves before Allah, who brings to light what is hidden in the heavens and the earth, and knows what you conceal and what you reveal?
الله لا إله إلا هو رب العرش العظيم.
Allah, none has the right to be worshipped but He, the Lord of the Supreme Throne.
قال سننظر أصدقت أم كنت من الكاذبين.
Suleiman said, We shall see whether you speak the truth or you are one of the liars.
اذهب بكتابي هذا فألقه إليهم ثم تول عنهم فانظر ماذا يرجعون.
Go you with this letter of mine and deliver it to them. Then draw back from them and see what answer they return.
قالت يا أيها الملأ إني ألقي إلي كتاب كريم.
She said, O chiefs, verily, here is delivered to me a noble letter.
إنه من سليمان وإنه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Verily, it is from Sulaiman, and verily it reads, In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful.
ألا تعلوا علي وأتوني مسلمين.
Be you not exalted against me, but come to me as Muslims.
قالت يا أيها الملأ أفتوني في أمري ما كنت قاطعة أمرا حتى تشهدون.
She said, O chiefs, advise me in this case of mine. I decide no case till you are present with me.
قالوا نحن أولو قوة وأولو بأس شديد والأمر إليك فانظري ماذا تأمرين.
They said, We have great strength and great ability for war. But it is for you to command, so think over what you will command.
قالت إن الملوك إذا دخلوا قرية أفسدوها وجعلوا أعزة أهلها أذلة وكذلك يفعلون.
She said, Verily, kings, when they enter a town, they despoil it and make the most honorable amongst its people the lowest. And thus they do.
وَإِنِّي مُرْسِلَةٌ إِلَيْهِمْ بِهَدِيَّةٍ فَنَاظِرَةٌ بِمَ يَرْجِعُ الْمُرْسَلُونَ. But
verily, I am going to send him a present and see with what answer the messengers return.
فلما جاء سليمان قال أتمدونني بمال فما آتاني الله خير مما آتاكم بل أنتم بهديتكم تفرحون.
So when the messengers with the present came to Sulaiman, he said, Will you help me in wealth? What Allah has given me is better than that which He has given you. Nay, you rejoice in your gift.
ارجع إليهم فلنأتينهم بجنود لا قبل لهم بها ولنخرجنهم منها أذلة وهم صاغرون.
Then Sulaiman said to the chief of her messengers who brought the present, Go back to them. We verily shall come to them with hosts that they cannot resist. And we shall drive them out from there in disgrace, and they will be abased.
قال يا أيها الملأ أيكم يأتيني بعرشها قبل أن يأتوني مسلمين.
He said, O chiefs, which of you can bring me her throne before they come to me surrendering themselves in obedience?
قال عفريت من الجن أنا آتيك به قبل أن تقوم من مقامك وإني عليه لقوي أمين.
A strong one from the jinn said, I will bring it to you before you rise from your place. And verily I am indeed strong and trustworthy for such work.
قال الذي عنده علم من الكتاب أنا آتيك به قبل أن يرتد إليك طرفك فلما رآه مستقرا عنده قال هذا من فضل ربي ليبلوني أأشكر أم أكفر ومن شكر فإنما يشكر لنفسه ومن كفر فإن ربي غني كريم.
One with whom was knowledge of the scripture said, I will bring it to you within the twinkling of an eye. Then, when he saw it placed before him, he said, This is by the grace of my Lord, to test me whether I am grateful or ungrateful. And whoever is grateful, truly his gratitude is for the good of his own self. And whoever is ungrateful, he is ungrateful only for the loss of his own self. Certainly my Lord is rich, free of all needs, bountiful.
قال نكروا لها عرشها ننظر أتهتدي أم تكون من الذين لا يهتدون.
He said, disguise her throne for her that we may see whether she will be guided or she will be one of those not guided.
فلما جاءت قيل أهكذا عرشك قالت كأنه هو وأوتينا العلم من قبلها وكنا مسلمين.
So when she came, it was said to her, "Is your throne like this?" She said, "It is as though it were the very same." And Sulaiman said, "Knowledge was bestowed on us before her, and we were submitted to Allah."
وصدها ما كانت تعبد من دون الله إنها كانت من قوم كافرين.
And that which she used to worship besides Allah has prevented her from Islam, for she was of a disbelieving people.
قيل لها ادخلي الصرح فلما رأته حسبته لجة وكشفت عن ساقيها قال إنه صرح ممرد من قوارير قالت رب إني ظلمت نفسي وأسلمت مع سليمان لله رب العالمين.
It was said to her, "Enter a sarh, a glass surface with water underneath it." But when she saw it, she thought it was a pool, and she tucked up her clothes, uncovering her legs. Sulaiman said, "Verily it is a sarh." She said, "My Lord, verily I have wronged myself, and I submit with Sulaiman to Allah, the Lord of the mankind, the jinn, and all that exists."
وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا إِلَى ثَمُودَ أَخَاهُمْ صَالِحًا أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ فَإِذَا هُمْ فَرِيقَانِ يَخْتَصِمُونَ.
And indeed we sent to Thamud their brother Salih, saying, "Worship Allah." Then look, they became two parties quarreling with each other.
قال يا قوم لم تستعجلون بالسيئة قبل الحسنة لولا تستغفرون الله لعلكم ترحمون.
He said, "O my people, why do you seek to hasten the evil torment before the good? Why seek you not the forgiveness of Allah that you may receive mercy?"
قالوا اطيرنا بك وبمن معك قال طائركم عند الله بل أنتم قوم تفتنون.
They said, "We augur ill omen from you and those with you." He said, "Your ill omen is with Allah. Nay, but you are a people that are being tested."
وكان في المدينة 9 رهط يفسدون في الأرض ولا يصلحون.
And there were in this city 9 men from the sons of their chiefs, who made mischief in the land and would not reform.
قالوا تقاسموا بالله لنبيتنه وأهله ثم لنقولن لوليه ما شهدنا مهلك أهله وإنا لصادقون.
They said, "Swear one to another by Allah that we shall make a secret night attack on him and his household. And thereafter we will surely say to his near relatives, we witness not the destruction of his household, and verily we are telling the truth."
وَمَكَرُوا مَكْرًا وَمَكَرْنَا مَكْرًا وَهُمْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ.
So they plotted a plot, and we planned a plan while they perceived not.
فانظر كيف كان عاقبة مكرهم أنا دمرناهم وقومهم أجمعين.
Then see how was the end of their plot. Verily, we destroyed them and their nation altogether.
فتلك بيوتهم خاوية بما ظلموا إن في ذلك لآية لقوم يعلمون.
These are their houses in ruin, for they did wrong. Verily, in this is indeed a lesson for people who know.
وأنجينا الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون.
And we saved those who believed and used to fear Allah and keep their duty to Him.
ولوطا إذ قال لقومه أتأتون الفاحشة وأنتم تبصرون.
And remember Lut, when he said to his people, do you commit evil and sodomy while you see one another doing evil without any screen?
أئنكم لتأتون الرجال شهوة من دون النساء بل أنتم قوم تجهلون.
Do you practice your lusts on men instead of women? Nay, but you are a people who behave senselessly.
فما كان جواب قومه إلا أن قالوا أخرجوا آل لوط من قريتكم إنهم أناس يتطهرون.
There was no other answer given by his people except that they said, drive out the family of Lut from your city. Verily, these are men who want to be clean and pure.
فأنجيناه وأهله إلا امرأته قدرناها من الغابرين.
So, we saved him and his family except his wife. We destined her to be of those who remained behind.
وأمطرنا عليهم مطرا فساء مطر المنذرين.
And we rained down on them a rain of stones. So evil was the rain of those who were warned.
قل الحمد لله وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى الله خير أما يشركون.
Say, all praise and thanks are Allah's, and peace be on His slaves whom He has chosen. Is Allah better, or all that they ascribe as partners to Him?
أَمَّنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ وَأَنزَلَ لَكُم مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فأنبتنا به حدائق ذات بهجة ما كان لكم أن تنبتوا شجرها أإله مع الله بل هم قوم يعدلون.
Is not He better who created the heavens and the earth, and sends down for you water from the sky, whereby we cause to grow wonderful gardens full of beauty and delight? It is not in your ability to cause the growth of their trees. Is there any God with Allah? Nay, but they are a people who ascribe equals to Him.
أَمَّنْ جَعَلَ الْأَرْضَ قَرَارًا وَجَعَلَ خِلَالَهَا أَنْهَارًا وَجَعَلَ لَهَا رَوَاسِيَ وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ حَاجِزًا أَإِلَٰهٌ مَّعَ اللَّهِ بَلْ أَكْثَرُهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ.
Is not he better who has made the earth as a fixed abode, and has placed rivers in its midst, and has placed firm mountains therein, and has set a barrier between the two seas? Is there any God with Allah? Nay, but most of them know not.
أَمَّن يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ وَيَجْعَلُكُمْ خُلَفَاءَ الْأَرْضِ أَإِلَٰهٌ مَّعَ اللَّهِ قَلِيلًا مَّا تَذَكَّرُونَ.
Is not he better who responds to the distressed one when he calls on him, and who removes the evil, and makes you inheritors of the earth generations after generations? Is there any God with Allah? Little is that you remember.
أَمَّن يَهْدِيكُمْ فِي ظُلُمَاتِ الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ وَمَن يُرْسِلُ الرِّيَاحَ بُشْرًا بَيْنَ يَدَيْ رَحْمَتِهِ أَإِلَٰهٌ مَّعَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى اللَّهُ عَمَّا يُشْرِكُونَ.
Is not he better who guides you in the darkness of the land and the sea, and who sends the winds as heralds of glad tidings going before his mercy? Is there any God with Allah? High exalted is Allah above all that they associate as partners to him.
أَمَّن يَبْدَأُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ وَمَن يَرْزُقُكُم مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَإِلَٰهٌ مَّعَ اللَّهِ قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ.
Is not he better who originates creation and shall thereafter repeat it, and who provides for you from heaven and earth? Is there any God with Allah? Say, bring forth your proofs if you are truthful.
قُل لَّا يَعْلَمُ مَن فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ الْغَيْبَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ.
Say, none in the heavens and the earth knows the unseen except Allah, nor can they perceive when they shall be resurrected.
بَلِ ادَّارَكَ عِلْمُهُمْ فِي الْآخِرَةِ بَلْ هُمْ فِي شَكٍّ مِّنْهَا بَلْ هُمْ مِنْهَا عَمُونَ.
Nay, they have no knowledge of the hereafter. Nay, they are in doubt about it. Nay, they are in complete blindness about it.
وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَإِذَا كُنَّا تُرَابًا وَآبَاؤُنَا أَإِنَّا لَمُخْرَجُونَ.
And those who disbelieve say, when we have become dust, we and our fathers, shall we really be brought forth again?
لَقَدْ وُعِدْنَا هَذَا نَحْنُ وَآبَاؤُنَا مِن قَبْلُ إِنْ هَذَا إِلَّا أَسَاطِيرُ الْأَوَّلِينَ.
Indeed, we were promised this, we and our forefathers before us. Verily, these are nothing but tales of ancients.
قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ فَانظُرُوا كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ.
Say to them, Travel in the land and see how was the end of the criminals.
ولا تحزن عليهم ولا تكن في ضيق مما يمكرون.
And grieve you not over them, nor be straitened because of what they plot.
ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين.
And they say, when will this promise be fulfilled if you are truthful?
قل عسى أن يكون ردف لكم بعض الذي تستعجلون.
Say, perhaps that which you wish to hasten on may be close behind you.
وإن ربك لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثرهم لا يشكرون.
Verily, your Lord is full of grace for mankind, yet most of them do not give thanks.
وإن ربك ليعلم ما تكن صدورهم وما يعلنون.
And verily, your Lord knows what their breasts conceal and what they reveal.
وما من غائبة في السماء والأرض إلا في كتاب مبين.
And there is nothing hidden in the heaven and in the earth, but it is in a clear book.
إن هذا القرآن يقص على بني إسرائيل أكثر الذي هم فيه يختلفون.
Verily, this Qur'an narrates to the children of Israel most of that in which they differ.
وإنه لهدى ورحمة للمؤمنين.
And truly it is a guide and a mercy for the believers.
إن ربك يقضي بينهم بحكمه وهو العزيز العليم.
Verily, your Lord will decide between them by his judgment, and he is the Almighty, the All-Knowing.
فتوكل على الله إنك على الحق المبين.
So put your trust in Allah. Surely you are on manifest truth.
إنك لا تسمع الموتى ولا تسمع الصم الدعاء إذا ولوا مدبرين.
Verily, you cannot make the dead to hear, nor can you make the deaf to hear the call when they flee, turning their backs.
وما أنت بهاد العمي عن ضلالتهم إن تسمع إلا من يؤمن بآياتنا فهم مسلمون.
Nor can you lead the blind out of their error. You can only make to hear those who believe in our proofs and revelations and who have submitted.
وَإِذَا وَقَعَ الْقَوْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ أَخْرَجْنَا لَهُمْ دَابَّةً مِنَ الْأَرْضِ تُكَلِّمُهُمْ أَنَّ النَّاسَ كَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا لَا يُوقِنُونَ.
And when the word is fulfilled against them, we shall bring out from the earth a beast for them to speak to them, because mankind believe not with certainty in our proofs.
وَيَوْمَ نَحْشُرُ مِنْ كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ فَوْجًا مِّمَّنْ يُكَذِّبُ بِآيَاتِنَا فَهُمْ يُوزَعُونَ.
And remember the day when we shall gather out of every nation a troop of those who denied our proofs and revelations. And then they all shall be driven to the place of reckoning.
حتى إذا جاءوا قال أكذبتم بآياتي ولم تحيطوا بها علما أم ماذا كنتم تعملون.
Till when they come before their Lord at the place of reckoning, he will say, did you deny my proofs and revelations, whereas you comprehended them not by knowledge of their truth or falsehood? Or what else was it that you used to do?
وَوَقَعَ الْقَوْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمَا ظَلَمُوا فَهُمْ لَا يَنطِقُونَ.
And the word of torment will be fulfilled against them, because they have done wrong and they will be unable to speak.
أَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّا جَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِيَسْكُنُوا فِيهِ وَالنَّهَارَ مُبْصِرًا إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ.
See they not that we have made the night for them to rest therein, and the day sight-giving? Verily, in this are proofs and revelations for the people who believe.
وَيَوْمَ يُنفَخُ فِي الصُّورِ فَفَزِعَ مَن فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَن فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا مَن شَاءَ اللَّهُ وَكُلٌّ أَتَوْهُ دَاخِرِينَ.
And remember the day on which the trumpet will be blown, and all who are in the heavens and all who are on the earth will be terrified, except him whom Allah will, and all shall come to him humbled.
وَتَرَى الْجِبَالَ تَحْسَبُهَا جَامِدَةً وَهِيَ تَمُرُّ مَرَّ السَّحَابِ صنع الله الذي أتقن كل شيء إنه خبير بما تفعلون.
And you will see the mountains and think them solid, but they shall pass away as the passing away of the clouds. The work of Allah, who perfected all things, verily, He is well acquainted with what you do.
من جاء بالحسنة فله خير منها وهم من فزع يومئذ آمنون.
Whoever brings a good deed will have better than its worth, and they will be safe from the terror on that day.
ومن جاء بالسيئة فكبت وجوههم في النار هل تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
And whoever brings an evil deed, they will be cast down on their faces in the fire. And it will be said to them, are you being recompensed anything except what you used to do?
إنما أمرت أن أعبد رب هذه البلدة الذي حرمها وله كل شيء وأمرت أن أكون من المسلمين.
I have been commanded only to worship the Lord of this city, who has sanctified it and to whom belongs everything. And I am commanded to be from among the Muslims.
وأن أتلو القرآن فمن اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فقل إنما أنا من المنذرين.
And that I should recite the Qur'an. Then whosoever receives guidance, receives it for the good of his own self. And whosoever goes astray, say to him, I am only one of the warners.
وَقُلِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ سَيُرِيكُمْ آيَاتِهِ فَتَعْرِفُونَهَا وما ربك بغافل عما تعملون.
And say to these polytheists and pagans, all praise and thanks are Allah's. He will show you His signs and you shall recognize them. And your Lord is not unaware of what you do.